So one question I get asked a lot is, can I play squad solo? Now, whilst the majority of people would answer this with no, this is a team-based game, the realistic answer is yes, you can actually play squad solo. There's quite a few ways you can play squad on your own and still be very valuable to your team, and that's what I'm going to show and explain to you over the course of this video. Hello everyone, my name's Honcho, and welcome to my solo squad guide. Now, there are many reasons why people would want to play squad solo, which I won't get into as they can be personal to each specific person. It can be a bit intimidating jumping on a server with 99 other people not knowing anyone, or some people, they just want to help with the bigger picture of a game of squad without having to interact with everyone all of the time and avoid being overwhelmed by some of the intensities of being in a full squad. I know people who have thousands of hours in squad, 90% of the time they play by themselves. So the first and easiest way to get stuck in and play squad solo is simply just to start up a logistics squad. Just call your squad Logi, hit the padlock button before you create the squad. This prevents people from joining you and removes the awkwardness of removing people from your squad. Now you can take one of the two available squad leader kits, which will be either Einsight or Hollow, but it's usually a good idea to take the lead pilot kit. And the reason behind this is the lead pilot kit comes with a repair tool. So if you hit a landmine or someone shoots out your tyres, you can repair your vehicle when it's safe to do so. Be sure to keep a good eye on the map, looking at friendly radios and seeing which ones need resupplying, or to see if there's a squad looking to move from one objective to another. See, the joys of doing Logi runs is you don't even have to say anything. You can just sit back and listen to what's going on, and you might find the odd SL here and there asking, hey, we need more ammo on defense, or something like that, and that will help you prioritize where to resupply. Sometimes squad leaders also place resupply marks on the map as well, so keep an eye out for those. But as always, keep your wits about you, as people love to ambush lodges. And as they offer no protection to the occupants, you may find yourself in a few little skirmishes here and there. There's a reason I refer to it as Spicy Euro Truck Simulator. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to mark down anything you see. If enemy infantry shoots at you, just put a rough mark on the map when it's safe to do so. If you hear a tank or see a helicopter landing somewhere, also mark that on the map as well. It doesn't have to be super accurate, but just knowing these things are around can really help the team. Now, similar to being the Logi guy, you can also be the server pilot and do the exact same things like resupplying, transport, avoiding being shot, etc, but you can also be a really useful scout. See, tank scouts will usually ask a heli to scout a certain area of the map to look for enemy tanks or vehicles so they know where to set themselves up. Generally, it's a good idea to fly up as high as you can and look down, but if you fancy buzzing about at speed, that's your decision. If you look in the direction of the enemy vehicle and press U on your keyboard, that will put down a defense mark, as this is a standard binding. Other SLs can see this so long as you say, hey, enemy tank near my defense mark. One thing I will say is, if you are new, before doing this on a live server, please do the training options for the helicopters and load up a few various maps to get used to flying and landing around them. From the main menu, if you press the tilde key and type in admin change map space, and then start typing in the name of the map you want to play, simply select the layer and fly around. Right, if you want to be a little bit more hands-on, there's a few small vehicles you can take and use on your own. Things like Map Vs, Tap Vs and BRDMs are perfect, especially those with the remote control turret, as they offer you a little more protection. Simply park yourself up somewhere you think will be useful and either scout enemy assets or mow down lodges, inventories and other scout vehicles. It can be a little clunky when you have to switch from driver's seat to gunner seat in a hurry and fully expect enemy infantry or vehicles to come and remove you, so make sure you don't stay in the same location for too long. Again, just create that one-man lock squad and either call it scout car or after the vehicle that you're using. But don't get too upset if someone manages to get it before you. That's just one of those things. And if that does happen, just wait around for the transport truck to spawn, hop in that and go do some reconnaissance. All squad leaders come with binoculars, and they are such an underused tool in squad. So go find and mark those enemy vehicles, radios and habs. If you do have a friend or two that does play squad, these tactics also work really well as a 2 or 3 man squad. If anything, it makes it easier as you can have a laugh with some friends whilst doing so, and you got a tiny bit of backup. And if all else fails, you can just take your rifle and get stuck in on the ground. And finally, if you want to take the plunge, don't be afraid to join a random squad on your own. Yes, there will be a few crap SLs that you'll encounter along the way, but it's very rare that all 8 guys in that squad are toxic. But seriously, for me, there's been nothing better than joining a squad of utter randoms fighting side by side, because by the end of the game, it's like you've known them for years. The banter and everything that comes along with it is second to none. The squad community is extremely engaging, and if you're a bit intimidated because you're a new player and don't want to mess up, the best thing you can do is tell your squad that you're new. I covered this in my new player guide, which I will link in the description and at the end of the video. But if you tell the people you're new, people become a lot more forthcoming and will help you out as best as they can. If you do gel with a few of the guys in your squad or the SL, ask them to shoot you an invite for the next game, as a lot of people do like to keep their squad as familiar as possible whilst they're on. You know, I came into the world of squad not knowing anyone, and now some of these guys I play with on a daily basis are my best mates, and that's purely through meeting and playing with people through the game. At the end of the day though, we're all here to have fun. Yes, not every game will be as enjoyable, as sometimes your team gets rolled so hard you've no idea what happened. So find what you enjoy in squad, help out your team as best as you can, and just keep on keeping on. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.